Liverpool are back in the market and making waves as the transfer window nears its finale. Reports suggest the Reds have taken significant steps toward a blockbuster move worth around £70 million, with one of the Premier League's brightest talents firmly in their sights. With competition circling and the stakes rising, this could prove to be one of the defining sagas of the summer. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot believes his team's early season habit of conceding goals after substitutions is just a coincidence, at least for now. Leading 2-0 at home to Bournemouth last week, he took off new fullbacks Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong, who was subsequently ruled out for a month with a hamstring injury on the hour, and saw Cherries forward Antoine Semenyo score the first of his 2 goals 4 minutes later. A week before in the Community Shield slot replaced midfielder Curtis Jones and new striker Hugo Ekitike, and Crystal Palace's Ismaila Sarr equalised within 6 minutes. Slot said the sample size was too small to suggest it was a pattern and backed the depth of his squad. Most changes I've made in the game are due to match fitness and players who were not available in the whole pre-season, said the Liverpool boss. So, Hugo Ekitike, for example, that I took off twice, needs to make a step from Bundesliga to the Premier League and missed out a part of pre-season. And you want to keep him fit for the upcoming games, weeks, months as well. Sometimes you need to take this into account, although that's sometimes difficult for a fan or a pundit because they are like, you need to win this game. Yeah, we need to win this game, but we need to keep them fit for the rest of the season as well, and we do have players on the bench that are equal to the ones that start, so then you need to use your squad. I see it as a coincidence that we've conceded our goals after the substitutions, but time will tell if I'm right or wrong. But on the other hand, we also scored a goal after a substitution. 2, by the way, from Federico and Mo. Liverpool's trip to Newcastle on Monday has been given added spice by the situation surrounding Magpies striker Alexander Isak, a target for Liverpool who is now training alone after seeing the club reject a £110 million bid for him. Last season, the Reds beat Eddie Howe's side at Anfield and drew at St James's Park, but lost the Carabao Cup final to them. Isak scored at Wembley and in the 3-3 Premier League draw, but was absent, as he will be on Monday, for the defeat at Anfield, but Slot does not believe their task will be made much easier. I think if you go to Newcastle, you know what to expect, he added. We played them 3 times last season, and twice their intensity levels were above ours. So, I don't think they need anything to add for them to be intense if they play at St James's Park. Apart from the intensity, it's a very good team. They have also a team that can make it a fight, but they also have players that are so comfortable on the ball. So, one of the best teams in the league and one of the most difficult away games you can have in the season, especially as you say here, under the lights. Now, in a huge £70 million Premier League deal, Liverpool's search for midfield reinforcements shows no sign of slowing, and the spotlight has now fallen firmly on Adam Wharton as the transfer window nears its dramatic close. The 21-year-old Crystal Palace starlet has quickly turned heads since his switch from Blackburn Rovers, and his rise has sparked a tug-of-war between some of Europe's most powerful clubs. According to AS, Liverpool find themselves battling Real Madrid, Manchester City, and Manchester United for Wharton's signature. Palace, however, have made their stance clear. Anything under €80 million won't even draw them to the negotiating table. It's easy to see why the South London side are digging in. Wharton has already carved out a reputation for his calm authority in possession and his ability to control the rhythm of a game under pressure. Qualities that have made him a standout in the Premier League. Real Madrid boss Xabi Alonso is reportedly keen on installing him as the long-term heartbeat of Los Blancos' midfield. Yet, with Madrid having already splashed €178 million on Trent, Huijsen, Carreras and Mastantuono, the Spanish giants would need major departures before sanctioning any fresh arrivals. As Eyes noted, Chamartin won't activate the mechanisms for this summer unless there's a major sale. That hesitation could open the door for Liverpool, but the Reds aren't the only English club circling. As insists, United are the most eager of the suitors, with United viewing Wharton as central to their midfield rebuild. Manchester City also remain in the conversation, though their interest is said to be less aggressive. Liverpool, though, have already shown they mean business this summer. The club flexed their financial muscle to snap up Giovanni Leone ahead of competition from Serie A, demonstrating both decisiveness and pulling power in the market. That ruthlessness could once again prove decisive, particularly with Palace weighing whether to cash in now rather than risk losing leverage down the line. For Arne Slot, Wharton would be more than just a promising addition. A left-footed midfielder blessed with vision, composure, and relentless energy, he fits seamlessly into the Dutchman's tactical blueprint. Slot demands pressing intensity and tactical versatility, two areas where Wharton thrives. Slot will know that a player capable of dictating tempo and slicing through lines with precise passes could add another dimension to Liverpool's evolving midfield. In other news, Giovanni Leone is a signing for now as well as the future, with Arne Slot impressed with how the £26 million centre-back has already settled in his first team squad. Leone's move from Parma to Liverpool was formally announced hours before kickoff in the season opener, with the 18-year-old watching that 4-2 win over Bournemouth from the stands. He was then given time to adjust to his new surroundings off the pitch before reporting for work at the AXA training centre on Tuesday. The teenager worked alongside Slot's first team squad throughout the week as they prepare for the trip to Newcastle, and he will be in contention for that 8 p.m. kickoff. While Liverpool had always planned to include Leone in the senior setup from the off, rejecting any suggestions of a loan back to Parma, the impact he has made appears to have convinced Slot further. He's a good-looking guy, that's most Italians. He trained with us 3 times now, I think, the head coach explained on Thursday. If you look at his transfer fee, you can expect that he's already quite grown up for his age. And that's exactly what I saw. So he comes in as an 18-year-old just playing with his new teammates as if he's here for longer. Impressive if you look at how tall, fast, comfortable on the ball he is. There's a reason why we paid the transfer fee we did, because we see him as a bright prospect. He already had 3 good sessions, but it also tells you something about the team, that if you come to this club, if you come into this team, you feel at ease from the start. It's a very good, nice group to start your Liverpool career in. Leone will find himself behind Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate in the centre-back pecking order, but with Joe Gomez not fully fit, he could have an opportunity for game time off the bench on Monday night. But despite their confidence in the new number 15, Liverpool will be eager to avoid exposing Leone to the rigours of high-intensity Premier League football too soon. The extent to which he will be used may depend heavily on whether or not a deal can be reached with Crystal Palace for their captain Mark Guehi, who would join as immediate competition for a starting spot. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.